Hi guys, I'm David with MediaUnlock.net, and today we're going to be talking about the Feiyutech AK4500 and how to do time-lapse with it. One thing to mention before we dive right in, especially if you're using a Sony, the M dial, the M on the dial, will let you take pictures, or if you're on the movie mode, it will shoot video. So if you're on video mode and you're trying to shoot pictures for this time-lapse and it's not working, switch over to the M dial, and I don't know if it works the same for Nikon, Canon, or Panasonic. Also, to have the gimbal talk to the camera, you will need to go through the Feiyutech app and of course connect to the camera's Wi-Fi. And I believe that works the same for Panasonic, where Canon and Nikon, I believe, have a cord that talks to the gimbal, and so that helps out. All right, so let's dive right into it. A few things to mention. I did spend the day trying to find the perfect time-lapse down at Daniel Boone National Park or Red River Gorge. And unfortunately, by the time we were ready to head back, we finally found a spot, but it wasn't great. It's a little lake going into a little alcove of a little creek. And so we shot that, and I'm not terribly excited about it because the sun was changing in the middle of the time-lapse. It wasn't great. However, it does show how the time-lapse works, and you can kind of get a feel for it. One other thing to mention, this gimbal, however sturdy it is, it's not super heavy, which means if you're using a low shutter speed and you're shooting time-lapse and you get any kind of shake, unless you're shooting a super high shutter speed, do not touch the gimbal and hope that there is no wind. And if there is, you might need to figure out a way to block that wind, because any kind of wind movement is going to cause an issue with your shot, and it's not going to work out whatsoever. Let's go ahead and dive right into how to use this. Of course, I will be showing you how to use the app with the Sony. So I'm going to walk you through how to use the Sony camera, set everything up, connect into the Feiyutech app, and be able to have the gimbal talk to the Sony. It's pretty simple, but I'll walk you guys through it. So down here, let's just go over a few things over here on the auto rotation. We're going to hit continue here and then hit time. So you have pan, tilt, interval. So pretty much the interval has to do with how many seconds in between each shot there's going to be. And then right here with pan and tilt, is your pan and tilt, and then how long it wants to go for. So I have it set to 30 minutes when I did go out and shoot a time-lapse, even though I wasn't crazy about it. We didn't have a lot of time, so I did 4-second shots with a 2-second interval for 30 minutes, which will roughly render me 10 to 12 seconds of actual footage. Of course, we'll show that here at the end of the video. So once you have all that set, you got your intervals set, and then you've got your pan and tilt set, which you can change to different if you wanted to make your tilt like 25 minutes or your pan 30 minutes or hours long, however you need. The really cool thing is that you could really, if you know your mathematical, you understand the Earth's curvature and you know math really well, which I don't, you could actually follow the Milky Way and figure out how long it takes to get from one point to another, and then understand which direction it's going to go, and you could set this up to actually follow the Milky Way all night long, which is fantastic. All right, so once we've done that, we're going to hit our side button here. Then we're going to scroll over, and we're going to hit auto rotation again, and then we're going to hit route. So initial point settings. So I know I want to start right here to catch the Milky Way, and so I'm going to hit OK. Then we're going to move it all the way over here. I know the Milky Way is going to go into the horizon and disappear right there. Okay? So what I hit is OK again. And now over the next 30 minutes and 59 seconds, even though the Milky Way does not move across the sky that fast, it is going to follow the route that I just gave it. I could change the pan and tilt time, but this will just literally follow the route over the next 30 and 59 seconds. It will go from point A to point B, which is fantastic. So there you guys go. That is how that works. So how do we hook up the camera to the phone to the app? So first thing we want to do is we want to go to menu. We're going to hit control with smartphone. We're going to turn on. Once we've turned on, we're going to go to connection. This will be your connection number right there. The reason it popped off so fast is because it's already trying to connect to my app. So if for some reason you need to know the password, hit the delete button here. Once you hit the delete button, your password is right there. That is what you'll need to put in. When connecting to the Wi-Fi, I have found that you want to be in this screen. So let me pop up my settings. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi. Let me go to menu. Let me hit control with smartphone, hit connection. And as soon as I hit connection, I'm going to hit connection. Wi-Fi is going to pop up. While that screen is on, I'm connecting via Wi-Fi on my phone. It will connect. If it's this screen right here, for some reason, pretty much if it's any screen, for some reason, it has to be menu, control with smartphone, connection. As soon as you get into this screen right here, go on and hit the connect button. See, it disconnected and I've got to reconnect now. And it won't connect because it's trying to connect to the app right now. So again, I'm going to hit menu and I got to be, because the app's trying to connect to it and this is trying to connect to it. So it will automatically connect to the app, but you have to do this the first time. So you've got to connect it into your phone the first time when you connect into the app. I found that works. You do have the option to, let's go to the app. So let's go over to the Feiyutech app. It is not connected right now. Technically speaking, it should have had my password memorized, so I can hit this. I can hit Sony A73. It's going to see the network. So there's the network. So I want to go to menu and I want to try to connect in to that network. Hopefully it still remembers my password. Hit that. And then I'm going to have to type the password back in. So W-A-W. And actually, I've forgotten what the password is, so I need to go see what it is. It is WAWEGJB1. EGJB1. So when I hit confirm, I want to be in this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It can be a little quirky. I think that's more on Sony's side of connectivity than it is the apps. Boom. Okay. When this pops off like that and this pops off like that at the same time, that means it should have connected. So we'll back out, we'll use Gimbal, and now you can see the Sony. So once we've done that, now we're connected. I am in manual mode, which would be photography mode, so I can go back in, hit auto rotation, and we can set the points. So guys, I'm going to do what we did earlier where I set the points, end point, start point, and end point. And now it's going to start. And as you guys can hear, every 4 seconds it's going to take a picture and it's going to work its way through point A to point B. Super simple, guys. If you have any questions, again, leave those comments down below. I will do my best to answer them and help you out with them. Well, guys, thanks for stopping in. If you guys want to check out the review, of course, we'll have it in a card right here, and the balancing video for those of you that want to learn how to balance this thing. It's super easy and a lot of fun, and I can do it in under 2 minutes with just about any camera body or lens, just about. As well, if you guys have any questions or want to leave any messages, leave those comments down below. Shoot me a message at mediaunlocked101@gmail.com. And as always, guys, we'll catch you next time. You guys have made it this far. If you want to check out our newest video, it will be right here. If you want to check out the product, it will be down here. If you do happen to click on it and purchase it, it does give us a little bit of commission, and that helps Media Unlocked keep making these videos. And of course, guys, right down below, go on and leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, follow along. We'll catch you next time.